with all these leftover feelings of you, 'cause I don't know. And tell me how I'm supposed to feel when all these nightmares become real, 'cause I don't know.
What's happening?
It's difficult to say at this time. You just need to wait.
Just tell me what's happening.
Look, the operation seems to have been a success, but we just can't be sure at this point in the process.
Is there anything we can do for him?
I'm afraid not. You just need to wait here.
It's going to be okay.
But what if he's not? What if something bad's happened? Where's our son?
I don't know. So why won't anyone tell us anything else?
The doctor said we just have
Yes! Yes, I know. I just feel so helpless. What sort of father am I?
You're a good father. The best. He looks up to you. Do you remember last time we were here? 7 years ago. He broke his arm falling off the monkey bars. Just pushed it too far.
Protection is one of the main reasons that our kids carry knives.
But the consequences and the horrors that we see as a result is far from protecting them.
We, the nurses of the NHS, working 24 hours a day, we see every terrible thing that these kids do to each other.
When it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm running down a hospital corridor trying to reach a kid who got stabbed by his own knife.
3 times in the chest, twice in the back, and once in the neck, for good measure.
I just feel like packing the whole thing in.
I got into medicine to help people, not to patch up teenagers and let them go, knowing there is every chance they could be here the very next night.
I just feel like a field nurse, patching up soldiers just to send them straight back to the front line.
And if I wasn't horrified at what might happen to them if we weren't here, I'd have given up years ago.
Knowing that whatever we do probably won't make a difference. Just kills me.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
This is the Broken Society by-election. It comes at a time when the country is asking, what is going on with violence in our streets? And it comes at a point when the voters are saying, yes, your party may now be addressing these issues, and it's what we like to hear. But what would you actually do? I want to say that we have a clear mission and a clear plan. Our mission is to repair our broken society, because whilst it is broken today, it is not broken forever. We can and we will repair not just the symptoms, but the causes too. Essentially, we need to understand that being stabbed is no longer a freak occurrence. At least one form of knife crime happens every 4 minutes. We need to understand. That's why I have put forward my knife crime action plan. It includes policies to prevent knife crime and to crack down on knife crime and criminals. Tougher punishment, better policing, better rehabilitation. These are all vital in the fight against knife crime. But if anyone thinks that criminal justice measures alone will be enough to halt the violence on our streets, then they do not understand the scale of the social breakdown that is its cause.
I never knew he felt like he needed protection. That he felt like he needed to carry this deadly blade. Stabbed with his own knife. Twice in the gut, 3 in the chest, 1 in the neck for good measure.
My boy was never the type to carry a knife. What choice he'd have but to grab it when one was pointed at him, which protects himself, just as the boy tried to protect himself.
It's the happiest day of my life to give birth to my son. That was 16 years ago.
16 years ago that my life changed. He will always be my little boy. I say little boy, because that's me to push aside what he'd done as a young man. Nevertheless, I will always love him.
Those 2 words that shattered my heart. I'm sorry. And from that moment, I knew I was never going to see him again.
Those last 2 words that shattered my heart when the court announced the sentence. I'm sorry.
Yes, I know justice has been served for my son's killer. But that doesn't take away the pain of my loss.
Yes, I know we can still see him and feel great pity for the family of the boy. But what good is it talking to your son for a glass window for 12 years?
I've spent so many nights in his room, thinking. The smell of him still lingers on his pillow. The imprint of his body still there, from the night before. It happened. A duvet just thrown back, all crumpled in a messy heap.
I've been to his room many times. Emptiness. Most of his stuff gone with him. His cover still thrown back in a messy heap. Dare not touch them.
Sometimes I just hope it's all a nightmare. That I'll wake up and he'll be there beside me.
All I can do is hope. I hope my boy can cope with his new life. That's all I have now.
Hope.
I lie awake at night, trapped in these 4 cold cell walls, with nothing but my thoughts keeping me awake. I can hear the voice of the politician over the radio the day that I was arrested. I can still hear what the person said as I took the knife from their hand and plunged it into them. But I can only imagine what his mother's going through, knowing that she'll never be able to see her son again because of what I did. But worst of all, knowing the pain that I've brought my mother, not being able to see her for the next 12 years unless it's through a glass window. I'm sorry.